out there playing hard and something happened. So, that's pretty much what was going on. And you got to control what you can control, and part of that you can't really control. So,
how tough is the finality of this and last night? Now everybody's here saying their goodbyes and cleaning out the lockers.
Yeah, it's tough. Definitely tough. Not what anybody expected this year. We put in a lot of work to do what we want. We had goals set out for this year, and things took a different turn, and we're kind of here now. So it happens, but it's definitely tough. Kind of hard to swallow, and nobody knows what to think about it really. But yeah, it's definitely tough. So.
Alim, how did you watch the game last night, and just how hard was it to watch your teammates without you in a big game like that?
Yeah, it's always hard. Whether it's playoffs or a regular season game, I was watching. It's always tough. You want to be out there with the guys competing. But yeah, I watch it at home just like everybody else do. But it's tough. It's tough watching it for sure.
Surgery went well, and everything you're on pace, and everything's good.
Yeah, everything's on the correct path and some. So yeah.
Skipper was saying last night just the next thing on the schedule would be OTAs, and how crazy that is to say, and even trying to process while their teams are still playing. The story for some of this defense, really so many guys like yourself, is going to be trying to recover from injuries. How do you wrap your mind around what's next for this whole entire team?
Yeah, well, as far as with OTAs and all that stuff coming up, individually I'm just trying to get back on the field. I'm trying to get stronger every day. But as far as the team, we have the same goals as next year. It's always going to be the same goal, and that's every team's goal is to win the Super Bowl. But we're just going to put in that much more work to be that more prepared. So there's no blueprint to it, and there's no hiding from it. You have to put in the work to get there, and that's just what we're going to do. That's what we do as a team anyway. So
we saw your reaction when the injury happened. Did you know right away that it was probably worst-case scenario? And just given how well you were playing this year, like how devastating was that just personally to have your season cut short like that?
I had no clue what it was, but I knew it was something a little fishy about it, how I was feeling at the time. But I thought maybe it was just a little loose and just gonna be sore. But yeah, I had no clue what it was. But as far as season cut short, it was definitely tough, 100% tough. This is the first time I've ever had a season in an injury, and first time having surgery, so it was all new stuff to me. But it's definitely tough. But you kind of have to put your mind frame in a different type of spot now that that we're done. I got to get back on the field as fast as I can. I'm not going to rush anything, but I'm going to push myself for sure. So.
What was that timetable that came in 2021? Just experiencing that year by year, y'all get better and better.
Yeah.
What was you take overall from this year? Though, like it seemed like every year been a different level of learning, but what can you process?
Yeah.
Take from this run this year?
I think this year we were able to display a lot of maturity. We could always play ball, always play football. That's why everybody's in the NFL. They're all good football players. Everybody is. But once you can put other things on the field, like your maturity and different things that you learn from vets before you, just being able to apply that to the field, I think we were able to do that this year. And we did that in a lot of games this year, actually. And it's just going to continue to grow for us. We still have a fairly young squad, and we still have guys that are still coming into their form. So I for sure see a great future for us.
Just curious, we've seen Campbell fall on the sword and be quite emotional on the podium many times this season. What does it mean to you to have a coach like that who really wears his heart on his sleeve?
It means a lot. That means he's putting his all into it, and nobody ever doubted that or questioned that. It means a ton, though. That's who you have fighting for you as a coach. You put that same product on the field as players. The message is great to see. But it means a lot to have a coach like that. Putting it all on the line. That's what he does every week. So
I assume somebody would think like AG. You want AG to reach what he wants, his goals. But yet, I assume you guys don't want to see him leave. How much of a loss would that be for you guys?
It would be huge. AG is the culture of our defense. He's built who we are as a defense, and a lot of guys in the team take after him as well. And it's the same way with when we have for our offensive coaches, we learn a lot from them as well. But that'll be huge. I'm excited to see what AG does. I have no clue what's about to go down, but definitely excited to see.
Do you have any? Can you hang on to the idea that if this team was healthy, if you were healthy, that you would have reached your goals? Is that something you can carry?
Yeah, I would 100% say that, but I mean that's not what happened.
Right.
The reality of it is you know, we lost, and you can't make any excuses for it, no matter who's out there. But I mean, we can sit here and we could do that all day long, but that's not what happened. So I can't even live with that myself. But yeah, I feel like next year, coming back next year, guys coming back, we're doing what we need to do.
What's the hardest part about all of this, Alim, this last day, much earlier than you all expected and anticipated?
Just that, much earlier than we expected and anticipated. Really, just that. Honestly, I just kind
the
of
goals that you,
yeah.
the goals to lose all the goals so abruptly.
It's tough. It's definitely tough because you put in a lot of work to try to reach those goals. But that's probably the best way to put it. It's just we didn't expect it or anticipate it that early. So.
I mean, do you have a timetable for your return? Do you think you'll be back by training camp?
I have no clue timetable. I'm just day by day right now. So.
You mentioned the future. I mean, how much does that have to do, just I guess, with the infrastructure? And do you think it can absorb, you know, the staff changes and such? I guess this offseason, just to kind of continue.
Yeah, I mean,
forward, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like you know that happens to teams every year. I mean, players move in and out, coaches move in and out. So you know, it's just you got to roll with the punches to keep going. So you just got to get better every year as a player. Do what you need to do out there, and it'll take care of itself. So.
Did this team underachieve?
I wouldn't say underachieved at all, actually. I feel like we got a lot done this year and proved a lot of people wrong. Did we win that Super Bowl? No. And that's the main goal. That's everybody's main goal here. But I wouldn't